What's up, Windy City? Grab your deep dish and listen up, because things are getting absolutely wild down at Hallis Hall. We are talking massive blockbuster trade rumors, draft day shakeups, and a superstar edge rusher dropping some serious hints. Are the Bears about to build the ultimate monsters of the midway defense? Before we dive into the madness, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat of Chicago Bears news. Let's bear down.
All right, Bears fans, let us get right down to the nitty-gritty of what is cooking in the defensive secondary. We all know that the monsters of the Midway were built on bone-crushing defense, but right now, Chicago has a lot of work to do. The Bears lost 4 safeties and Pro Bowl cornerback Nashawn Wright in free agency. That is a massive void in the secondary that needs to be filled if we want to make another run in the 2025 to 2026 playoffs. Chicago did make one big-time addition during free agency on defense, signing former Seattle Seahawks safety Kobe Bryant to a 3-year, $40 million deal to replace departed All-Pro Kevin Byard III. But let us be brutally honest, that alone won't be enough. NFL.com's Matt Okada suggested a trade for a top veteran defensive back if the team doesn't add one with pick number 25 in round 1. Okada pointed out that Chicago needs to not just patch the holes, but improve its defense to compete for the division again. He suggested making calls for guys like Marlon Humphrey, Riley Moss, Budda Baker, and specifically Denzel Ward of the Cleveland Browns. This is where it gets incredibly interesting for us. The Cleveland Browns are starting over again this offseason under new head coach Todd Monken. They offered Myles Garrett $160 million to stay, and he went on to win the Defensive Player of the Year award with a record 23 sacks. Because Cleveland is keeping Garrett, and their defense is already top tier, shedding salary makes sense for their timeline. 5-time cornerback Denzel Ward is a prime trade chip. He has 2 seasons remaining on his 5-year, $100.5 million contract heading into 2026. Ward will play next year at 29 years old and has battled concussion issues throughout his career. His age, injury history, and massive salary could drive his trade price down significantly, maybe even for a late second-round pick. Chicago owns pick numbers 57 and 60 in round 2 and pick 89 in round 3. Let's look at the harsh reality of our defense last season. The Bears' defense ranked 29th in yards allowed per game at 363.7, 29th in yards per play allowed at 5.9, 23rd in points allowed per game at 24.3, and 25th in touchdowns allowed per game, giving up 2.9 a week in 2025. That has to change, and general manager Ryan Poles knows it. Bringing in a 5-time Pro Bowler like Denzel Ward could be that finishing piece to a right playoff contender. The Browns haven't found much postseason success lately, so moving Ward maximizes their draft capital while giving Chicago a proven elite veteran. We have the draft capital in the 2nd and 3rd rounds to easily make this happen without mortgaging our future. This move alone could completely flip the script for our defense, taking the pressure off Caleb Williams and our offense by giving them better field position and forcing key turnovers. If healthy, pairing Ward with Jalen Johnson would form one of the absolute best cornerback duos in the entire NFL. Imagine that lockdown potential on the lakefront. It is a match made in heaven if the front office is willing to take on the financial commitment and gamble on his health.
If you are loving these bold defensive strategies and want to see the monsters of the Midway dominate again, do me a huge favor and hit that like button right now. Drop a comment letting me know if you would trade for Denzel Ward. Your support keeps this channel running. Moving on from the veteran trade market, let us talk about the lifeblood of this franchise, the NFL Draft. With the weeks ticking down to the 2026 NFL Draft, NFL.com's Chad Reuter is predicting a major first-round move that can completely flip the Bears' defense with one single strategic decision. Reuter has the Bears trading back 5 spots with the Miami Dolphins during the first round. In this proposed deal, Chicago sends pick 25 and a 4th-round pick to Miami in exchange for pick 30, a 3rd-round pick Miami received from the Jalen Waddle trade, and a 5th-round pick. Miami wants this to acquire an explosive after-the-catch playmaker. If the Dolphins are that desperate, Ryan Poles should absolutely pull the trigger. Gaining an extra 3rd and 5th-round pick would be monumental for Chicago. We could use those to package in a potential trade-up later, or secure elite depth. But the best part of Reuter's mock draft is who the Bears select at pick 30. He has us drafting Oregon safety Dylan Thieneman. Reuter wrote that the Bears luck into finding the athletic but tough-minded Thieneman available despite trading down for much-needed draft capital. Thieneman is an absolute beast. He solidified himself as a first-round pick during the NFL Combine, scoring a 9.70 RAS out of a possible 10.00.
That ranks 39 out of 1,275 strong safeties from 1987 to 2026. He would be incredibly effective in the box and playing deep as a rookie, addressing a huge need at strong safety right next to our new addition Kobe Bryant. However, if Thieneman isn't available, which is highly likely given his talent, the Bears should draft the best player available. Ryan Poles himself said, "Philosophically, I feel the same. It's going to be best player available. On my board, I have yellow tags where we need to fill in, but at the same time, I do believe in the early rounds, you really do have to stick to the best player available." An ideal outcome is that the top player is on defense, targeting prospects like Missouri edge Zion Young, Georgia defensive tackle Christian Miller, Clemson cornerback Avion Terrell, or Georgia linebacker C.J. Allen. But do not be shocked if Chicago goes offense. Fox Sports analyst Joel Klatt has the Bears drafting Arizona wideout Jordan Tyson at pick 25. The Bears recently said goodbye to DJ Moore, so giving quarterback Caleb Williams a big-bodied target like Tyson makes a ton of sense. Imagine the mixed bag of emotions from the fans if we go wide receiver in the first round. We are talking about building a sustainable winner here in the Windy City. Whether it is securing a hard-hitting safety like Thieneman to lock down the deep middle of the field, or giving Caleb Williams another lethal weapon to improvise with, this draft is a turning point. The flexibility of having extra draft capital from a Miami trade gives Poles the ultimate leverage. If we can patch those massive defensive holes while simultaneously stacking up mid-round picks, we are setting ourselves up for division dominance in 2026 and beyond.
Now, folks, we have to talk about the absolute craziest story of the entire offseason. The Chicago Bears have been heavily in the running to get Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders, and this saga has taken yet another wild turn. Crosby brings a solid presence and unbelievable numbers to any NFL team, which is exactly why the Bears, Dallas Cowboys, and Seattle Seahawks were in hot pursuit. Let us look at his resume. During the 2025 NFL regular season, Crosby recorded 73 total tackles, 10 sacks, 28 tackles for loss, and 1 interception. He is an absolute game wrecker. But the situation got incredibly messy. Crosby was actually traded to the Baltimore Ravens, only to fail his physical and be sent right back to the Las Vegas Raiders. On his podcast, The Rush with Max Crosby, he called the whole situation one of the most unique, crazy, wild, up-and-down roller coasters he has ever been a part of. He talked about feeling weird after not getting a warm welcome from the Raiders upon his return. He revealed a conversation with his surgeon about his meniscus repair. His surgeon told him his knee is great, exactly where it is supposed to be, or even ahead of schedule. The surgeon explained that MRIs can be misleading because it is still fresh from surgery just 9 weeks ago. He assured Crosby he would be back by training camp. Now, it is really up in the air whether the Raiders are taking trade requests again. Because of his health issues, Vegas likely won't get the 2 first-round picks they originally wanted, which is why they are waiting. But Crosby made a telling remark about his future. He said he is a Raider for life, but added a massive caveat. He stated, "Until that changes, which I don't foresee." Honestly, you never know in this league. I found that out for sure. I just feel like I'm meant to be a Raider. Saying you never know in this league is a huge open door. Head coach Ben Johnson is a smart coach, and he is not going to give up top-tier picks to bring Crosby to Chicago if he thinks it will cost the franchise too much or if the knee is a lingering issue. However, if the price drops because of this SEAL physical drama, this could be the ultimate steal. Imagine Max Crosby lining up in navy and orange, rushing the passer at Soldier Field. The monsters of the Midway would be reborn overnight. This front office has to be monitoring this situation by the hour, waiting to strike if the Raiders decide to cut ties for a reasonable draft package. This is the exact type of aggressive move that takes a franchise from a divisional round playoff exit to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. We need that relentless edge rusher who strikes fear into opposing quarterbacks. If Crosby's meniscus is truly healing ahead of schedule, buying low on him right now while the rest of the league is hesitant could be the masterstroke of the offseason. Keep your eyes peeled, Bears fans, because the door for Max Crosby to arrive in Sweet Home Chicago is definitely still open.
When you look at all these moving pieces together, a crystal clear picture emerges about the Chicago Bears' master plan for the 2026 season. Ryan Poles and head coach Ben Johnson are meticulously analyzing every single avenue to rebuild a defense that statistically hit rock bottom last year. The departures of Nashawn Wright, Kevin Byard, and a slew of safeties left gaping holes, but the strategy is twofold. First, they are aggressively exploring the veteran trade market. Whether it is capitalizing on the Cleveland Browns' salary cap crunch to land a premier corner like Denzel Ward, or staying patient in the chaotic Max Crosby sweepstakes to secure a generational pass rusher at a discounted rate, Chicago is ready to pounce. Second, they are leveraging the draft beautifully. By potentially trading back with Miami, they can accumulate vital mid-round picks while still landing an impact player like Dylan Thieneman or Jordan Tyson. This dual-threat approach ensures that even if a Blockbuster trade falls through, the Bears have the internal draft capital to rebuild the roster organically. Caleb Williams needs a strong defense to give him short fields, and these targeted moves in the secondary and defensive line are exactly what will bridge the gap between a good team and a championship roster.
To wrap this all up, the Chicago Bears are standing at the edge of a franchise-altering offseason. From the pursuit of veteran stars like Denzel Ward and the roller coaster saga of Max Crosby to brilliant draft day manipulation by Ryan Poles, the blueprint for a dominant 2026 season is actively being written. But now, I want to hear from you, the best fans in the NFL. Which move do you think the Bears absolutely must make? Should we trade for Denzel Ward, gamble on Max Crosby's knee, or focus entirely on drafting a stud like Dylan Thieneman? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and bear down!